YouTube, what is going on? Two-Tone Sports here. We have another mock draft. I know, I've been ripping them. I'm having way too much fun with these. Alright, in this one, we're going to have some moves. We're going to have a move with a veteran QB that I thought about today while I was at work that kind of just makes sense, and you'll see it soon. Alright, with that being said, let's jump into this one. You're going to see some movement. You're going to be some players moved. So, please like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification. 98% of you are not subscribed. Okay? So, please hit the sub button. It's over there or down there, depending what you're watching on. Showing love is free on YouTube. Let's get into it. Okay? First overall pick, we're not going to make a move here. This draft has already started. We're not going to make a move here. It's going to be Will Anderson. He's going to be their franchise edge. He's going to be that edge defender that finally replaces Khalil Mack. They got some good cap. They're going to be able to build a team. They're going to be able to get a receiver. I think Will Anderson is disgustingly talented. He's it. Speed, crazy. Once again, we're going to try to do a quick mock draft here, so we're not going into deep detail with every single pick. I want to give you guys a shorter one today. So, pick 2, we got Bryce Young going to the Texans. This makes a lot of sense. Okay. This is the pick that we're going to need to make. Bryce Young is going to be the franchise QB. He's a hell of a pocket passer. He's got great technicals. The only thing downside is his size. Okay. So, we have a crazy move here. We are, okay, we are going to have a trade with the Arizona Cardinals. We'll be making a trade with the Las Vegas Raiders. Hear me out here. They're going to give up the 7th to get the 3rd. They're going to give up their 2nd. And I know, I'm assuming here, the Cardinals are going to trade DeAndre Hopkins. What do they want in return? They're going to give up Hunter Renfrow. So they're giving up Hunter Renfrow, this year's 1st, this year's 2nd, and next year's 3rd. Next year's 3rd. Okay? We're going to force this trade. They're not moving up that much. Arizona's probably going to get it back for Hopkins. They're going to get Renfrow, a 1st, a 2nd, and a 3rd next year. You know what? We'll make it a 2nd next year. Okay? Boom. They move up. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now hitting Two-Tone Sports' first 3-team trade. Okay? This is accepted. Now, we are going to trade. The Las Vegas Raiders are now going to trade with the Green Bay Packers. They're giving the 3rd overall pick. They're going to give next year's 1st and the following year's 2nd. For guess who? And a 4th. We'll throw the 4th in. Meant this year's 4th, not that. For Mr. Aaron Rodgers. Guess what, ladies and gentlemen? They're teammates again. Okay, the Packers, you're moving all the way up to 3. From 15, you're getting rid of Rodgers. You're moving to 3. You're getting a 4th round pick, next year's 1st, and the following year's 2nd. Boom. The Green Bay Packers are on the clock at pick 3. It just makes sense. Pair up Rodgers and Adams again. In Vegas? I freaking love this. Love this. So guess what, Packers? You're now replacing Rodgers. C.J. Stroud. C.J. Stroud going to Green Bay. What a move. This kid is a pocket passer, not pressure. Pocket passer. He's legit. You guys did a three-way trade. Everybody's happy. Love it. Cardinals don't drop that far back. Raiders get their vet QB. Packers get their future QB to now come in and battle Jordan Love. In reality, think it's fair for everybody. I really do. So, now we got the Colts. The Colts, Will Levis. Will Levis going to the Colts. The kid's good. He's got the technicals. He's been in a pro-ready offense. I like him there. He just fits. And the only thing downside is he throws a little bit of scary passes. That's really about it. But he's going to fit right in Indianapolis. They finally get their young QB. Now we go to Denver. I'm sorry. Denver's pick was Seattle's. No QBs left on the board besides Richardson. We'll deal with that. So, now we got Seahawks. They're going to take Jalen Carter. Jalen Carter is the best available on the board. They need defensive line. He's going to be a hog molly there. He's going to play all over the place. Dude's got high motor. He's it. Bring him to the trenches. Seattle, great pick. Then we got Detroit. Okay? Everybody, all your fans want Brian Brees. Not the biggest fan. All right, I see this kid flying up board, so we're going to take Von Witherspoon. He's a sticky corner. He's all over the place. Great route runner, great speed. I like it. It's a great pick. Great start to your draft. Now we got the Cardinals in that three-way trade, moving back. Guess what? You're not upset. Because you're drafting JJ's with player spin. Tyree Wilson, 6'6", out of Texas Tech. Kid's going to come in, be a monster. He's lengthy. I love it. I absolutely love this pick. It's needed. There's not much else to say. Gonna replace JJ. Falcons are upset because that's who they really wanted. Look, 24%. So guess what? Now they're getting the best available. They're getting Myles Murphy. Myles Murphy is not as polished, not as lengthy. He's going to be good. He just needs to play a little bit more consistent, a little bit lower. Love the pick. Okay. This here also is going to be Anthony Richardson constantly. CJ Stroud's not there. Will Levis is not there. All these guys are not there. Guess what? They're okay. They're okay with staying with what they got in Sam Darnold. Their pieces didn't fall. They don't love Anthony Richardson, but they're going to take him. Fooled you. Anthony Richardson, athletic ability off the charts. Just needs to get a little bit more technical at QB in that position, but athletically, he's going to be the most athletic on the field in every single level. I think he's absurd. He's going to run under 4.5. Can't wait to watch this kid's combine. And going to come into a young team and see what they can do. Develop this kid. So, now we got the Eagles. I constantly have secondary or whatever there. I like Brian Brees, too. I also have edge there. I have Brian Branch going there multiple times, but a little deeper. So, I'm actually going to give them Lucas Van Ness. I think this kid's got a high motor. His pro comparison to me is Aiden Hutchinson with that motor. You got Graham going. You got Quinn going. You guys love the rotational pieces. Hassan Reddick is a freak. Okay, you guys love rotational pieces on the defensive line. Keep it up. Lucas Van Ness is going to fit in there and love it there. Okay, now we're having the first tackle off the board. We got Peter Skoronski going to the Tennessee Titans. Skoronski, pro. He's going to be a pro at the next level. If you don't like him at tackle, kick him into guard. He's going to be serviceable. He's going to be a day one starter. Love him. He's got the length. He's got the technique. Tennessee needed help in the trenches. You just got it. Love this pick. So, here we are, Houston Texans. You had Bryce Young in the first. Now you're on to pick 12. What do you do? I'll tell you exactly what you do. That. Okay? So with the 12th pick, you guys are doing Jordan Addison. I like Jordan Addison over Quentin Johnston because your deep receiver, speed receiver, is going to be John Mechie. I'm going to say he comes back healthy, and I pray for the guy. Okay, Jordan Addison's going to be your slot guy. He's going to be a disgusting route runner. Bryce Young knows how to use them. Bring him there. Kid has got great tape. He's got very good speed. I love him. Love him there. Yeah. Jets are going to take Paris Johnson Jr. Okay. I know I'm hard on Mekhi Becton, but this guy's going to have to come in. He's going to have to play. He's going to have to get a little bit stronger and a little bit more technical. But if you're going to bring in a future QB and see how they do, if you plan on bringing a vet QB in, they could bring in Grapple, they could bring in Carr, they could bring in, at this point, anybody. Um, Even Rodgers is the link there, but not in this draft. You're going to have a tackle, and he's going to be a day one tackle. This is going to be your guy. Love this pick for you guys. All right, now we're moving on to the Patriots. It's so hard for me to get away from Brian Branch here. He's gone. I could do that. Do we give them a receiver? Yeah, we're going to give him Quentin Johnston. It's similar to one of the mock drafts I recently did. I like Quentin Johnston there. You got to give Mac Jones a better target, bigger target. Yeah, you got to give him time, but Bill's been liking the first round receivers, and Quentin Johnston is just next level. Tall, I believe he's 6'4", can play deep, can get up and get that ball, can run a short route. He could take a 10-yard in the whole length of the field. This guy's very good with the ball in his hands. Okay. Green Bay. Guess what, Green Bay? What a draft, huh? CJ Stroud. Now what do? You're going to learn from other teams. You could pair Jackson Smith and Njigba here. Are we going to do that? We are. Jackson Smith and Njigba, college teammates. You're going to follow the footsteps of Burrow and Chase. Jackson Smith and Njigba to the Packers. Okay, you got C.J. Stroud. Now you got Jackson Smith. We're going to scroll up here once again. C.J. Stroud, Ohio State. Jackson Smith, Ohio State. You're going to love this. This and Christian Watson. What a day to be a Packers fan. Awesome for you guys. This pick is quite easy for me. I have the Commanders going. And jump off the board for me there. You know what? I have the Commanders going Christian Gonzalez. I love this kid. Corner. You guys need a corner terribly. This is the pick for you. He's an all-around corner. He plays a little bit more aggressive than you like to see. It just makes a lot of sense. So we're going to do this one for the story as well. It's really hard for me to pass up this. Joey Porter Jr. going to the Steelers. They need some cornerback help. He's an all-around corner. He could play slot. He could play outside. He could tackle. Like father, like son, huh? Big play guy. Love him out of Penn State. This is what you want to see. So, that being said, we drafted Devon Witherspoon with the first pick, coming around to the Detroit Lions. What do we do here? Why can't I find his name? There he is. Trenton Simpson to the Detroit Lions. You went secondary. Now you go linebacker. Fix that defense. I love this. Coach on the field. Player needs a little bit size. He needs to put a little bit more weight on. Other than that, I think this kid is good. He's in every single play. His play rec is off the charts. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Really going to help out your defense with these 2 picks. Guess what? Bucs, Tom Brady retired in this draft. Will actually believe it. Okay? You need a QB. Are you willing to take Tanner McKee here? No. No, you're not. Okay? So now what do? You're going to have a young QB. You're not going to bring in a vet unless you bring in like Jimmy Garoppolo, which I just don't see it. So, what are your needs? You're going to take Osiris Torrance. This kid's going to come in and play guard for you guys. If you're going to bring in a new QB and any asset, you're going to have to give him time. Osiris Torrance is going to be his starter at guard. I love it. It's a great pick. Falling to pick 20. Brian Brees. Brian Brees. Fuck! You went Jalen Carter. It's fine. Carter could play edge. You either go Brian Brees here. Shit, I knew I should have looked. It's fine. You either go Brian Brees here, or to be honest, you could have even went. No, you know what? I like this. I like Brian Brees there. I like Brian Brees and Jalen Carter. You can have Jalen Carter play a little bit of edge. You're going to bring in 2 crazy young defensive linemen. They're going to be absolute studs. You're going to win every single game in the trench. I take back exactly what I said. You guys are going to freak out that I double dipped. No, this is great, great value here. If he is consistent, you have Carter and Brees there for at least 5 years, and your defensive line is disgusting. What a pick. What a dominant move. I love this. My Los Angeles Chargers on the clock. My guess here, the analysis is going to say Michael Mayer. It's going to say Jalen Hyatt. Let's see. Jordan Addison, Flowers, Jones. Guess what? You went offensive lineman in the past 2 drafts, Tom Telesco. You went Rashawn Slater. You went Zion Johnson. And now you really should add Anton Harrison. Okay, because Jamari Sawyer, at worst, can play your left guard because that's what he was drafted as. He's drafted as a guard. He came in and played left tackle actually really well. But you need help on that offensive line. We saw it. But guess what? With Kellen Moore as your offensive coordinator, he already said he values speed. So the Los Angeles Chargers are taking Jalen Hyatt. They need that speed defender, or that speed receiver, that deep threat receiver. This guy is it. He's going to be a burner. He's probably going to be the 4th string receiver, 5th string receiver, even if DeAndre Carter stays. Okay, you're going to have Williams. You're going to have Allen. You're going to have Palmer. They're going to split between 4th and 5th with this kid. I'm assuming Jalen Kighton's not coming back if you do this move. Herbert's got that arm. Kellen Moore wants to extend the plays. This is the move. Okay, now here we are. The Ravens are on the clock. They're taking Cam Smith. They need a corner. Yeah, you guys are going to freak out over wide receiver. It's kind of deep at wide receiver in this draft. Cam Smith is going to be all over the field. I think this is a pick you need to make. Your secondary was a little rough. You franchise tag Lamar. Don't know how that's going to go over. So, Cam Smith is the choice. Moving on. Detroit Lions. Damn. Minnesota Vikings. What do we have left? I think they like Keely Ringo. I like Keely Ringo. I have them taking Keely Ringo. We're taking Keely. Had to think about that one for a sec. Keely Ringo. Great ball presence in every play, in every pretty much 50-50 ball. I like his chances. This is it. This is what you want to do. This is exactly what you want to do. Cyrus Torrance is off the board. I agree with the Broderick Jones pick. But with this, I'm taking Brian Branch. They need a little help in their secondary. He's an all-around player for Jacksonville. Starting to move on from that Keely Ringo pick. I promise to keep this video a little bit quicker than normal. So, Brian Branch, secondary, can play everywhere. Key guy. I like tackle here, but I thought it was a little reach. I don't really want Anton Harrison here, so that's what we're doing. Okay, we have Zay Flowers going to the New York Giants. Desperately need receiver. Um, Reports came out that Cowboys are interested in Odell. I think he's going to be too much for you guys to bring back. Um, Considering you guys are going to re-sign Barkley and re-sign Jones, this is the pick. Zay Flowers, an all-around receiver, speedster. Give Jones another target. You saw what he could do with no receivers. Give him one. Give him one. All right, in this one, I feel like people don't consider that Dalton Schultz has a possibility of not coming back. Okay, I don't think people consider that. So whatever, we'll move on from it. Assuming OBJ doesn't go there, the Cowboys are going to take Josh Downs. Josh Downs, speed receiver, good hands, elusive after the catch. You got CeeDee Lamb there, which is disgusting route runner. He's going to learn from him. You need to give Dak a couple more weapons. I love this pick. So for the Bills, I'm going to say Jordan Poyer doesn't go back. I'm going to say for some reason he goes to Miami. That's where he spends all his time in the offseason. That's where his family is. So with that being said, we're going to go Antonio Johnson in the secondary for them. This kid's a thumper. He's going to be similar to Poyer. He's going to have to take a couple years to get as good as Poyer was in coverage, but this is what the Bills are going to have to do. Okay, now the Bengals on the clock. They're going to take Anton Harrison. Yes, do they necessarily need a tackle? They have Lil Collins. They have all that crap. They're going to take a lineman. Okay, the reason they're taking it, they need to protect Burrow, and for some reason, they can never stay healthy. Anton Harrison, great pass blocker, great size. He's going to do well there. He needs to be there. He needs to be there, and that's it. We're going to do a reach here. We're going to do an absolute reach. Saints don't have any issue doing this. They don't. I'm just confirming this. They do have a first round pick next year, and okay. So they actually got this pick from a trade from Denver. I'm going to do a little bit of a reach here. Do I think this kid should go in the first round? Absolutely not. But I'm going to have them taking Tanner McKee. I like Tanner McKee. I think he's got the technique, he's got the measurables. I just think he's a little bit more to learn and get him in that system. I really thought about taking Hendon Hooker here, but if they're going to go QB, then they really needed to do it there. So they went Tanner McKee. You need a QB. You either go McKee or Hooker. Either or, to be honest with you. Okay? So, on the clock, we got KC. I do like BJ Ojolari there, but I'm going to upgrade it. I know you guys are probably freaking out Michael Mayer didn't go yet. It is what it is. Okay? There was a hell of a run on linebacker or wide receiver. There's a hell of a run on corner. Okay, we had a little bit of reaches here and there. It is what it is. I got BJ Ojolari going to the Chiefs. You saw what a pass rush can do. They're going to take some pressure off of Chris Jones. This is what they're going to need to do. Put him on the edge, create some pass rush, and keep them going to the next level. They've been to the Super Bowl how many times? They clearly are drafting right. They clearly have a good team. BJ Ojolari is only going to keep them at that next level. And in this, at the Philadelphia Eagles. They're off the board, off the board, off the board, off the board, off the board. You know what that means? I did an alright job. So, Philadelphia Eagles are on the clock. They are going to go. I want to see if his name is still here. I'm between him and Andre Carter. I'm going to give it to Felix and Duque Uzama. They have Graham up. They have Quinn up. They love their rotational pieces on that defensive line. So, Philly, you're in the Super Bowl. You got to keep the pressure up. Your pass rush is unbelievable. So, that being said, last pick in the draft, Felix Uzama to the Philadelphia Eagles. So, we got a nice little wrap up of the draft here. Okay? So, once again, in this, we have a two-tone sports mock draft. First three-team trade. We got a crazy move for Packers to move up to number 3. We got Devontae Adams pairing back up with his boy Aaron Rodgers. Insane. Love this trade. This was a lot of fun. We tried to keep this one short. So, with that being said, thank you guys for watching. If you like this one, if you thought my moves were crazy, please hit that subscribe button and like this video up. Thank you for watching.